Let's be real. The crypto market, it's an incredible place to be, full of opportunity. But it's got a really dark side. Super sophisticated scams that are literally built to empty your wallet in a blink. So today, we're going to dive into how artificial intelligence can become your ultimate shield against these predators.
You've heard this term. Maybe you've even seen those charts, the ones that look like they've fallen off a cliff straight to zero. It's called a rug pull, and it's one of the most devastating scams out there. And we're going to take it apart piece by piece.
Now, this isn't just a project that didn't work out. Oh no. This is a planned, premeditated theft. Scammers build up all this hype, get everyone to invest their hard-earned money, and then, poof, they vanish. And these guys are getting so good, so sneaky, that it's getting harder and harder for regular folks to spot the trap.
So, to beat them, you've got to know their playbook, right? You have to understand exactly how they operate. Let's pull back the curtain on the three main ways they pull off these heists.
This is the classic, the most common rug pull. Think of a project's liquidity pool as its heartbeat. It's what allows trading to happen. Scammers just wait for enough people to pour their money in, and then they literally pull the plug, sucking out all the real value, like Ethereum, and leaving you stuck with a totally worthless token you can't sell to anyone.
Now this one is even sneakier. The trap is actually written right into the project's DNA, the smart contract code itself. It's like a ticking time bomb from day one. They can hide functions that let them mint an infinite supply of new tokens for themselves, or even a function that prevents you specifically from selling.
And the third major tactic is the good old token dump. Here, the founders secretly create a massive stash of tokens for themselves before anyone else can buy. They wait for investors like you to pump up the price, and then bam, they dump their entire massive bag on the market at once. The price just completely collapses. Game over.
And if you think this is a small-time problem, think again. A report from 2023 found that rug pulls like these accounted for a mind-blowing 97% of all crypto thefts. That isn't just a piece of the pie. That's pretty much the whole pie. It is the dominant threat out there.
Okay, I know. It sounds pretty bleak. It sounds terrifying. But here's where the story takes a turn. This is where the game completely changes. We now have a powerful new weapon on our side, artificial intelligence. AI can scan and analyze just insane amounts of data faster than any human ever could, and it can spot these red flags before the scam happens.
So, the first line of defense with AI is going straight to the source, automatically auditing the project's code. Since the smart contract is where the trap is usually set, it's the most critical place to look for trouble.
So what is this AI bloodhound actually sniffing for? Well, it's trained to find all sorts of malicious code. It'll spot those hidden self-destruct functions that let developers just kill the contract and run with the money. It'll find hidden mint functions for creating infinite tokens. It even looks at the token distribution to see if the founders gave themselves a ridiculously unfair advantage from the start.
But hey, checking the code is just step one. AI can also act like a 24/7 security guard, watching every single transaction that happens on the blockchain in real time. It's constantly looking for weird behavior that screams, hey, a rug pull might be about to happen.
So what's it looking for, exactly? Things like whale tracking, when those wallets holding massive amounts of tokens suddenly start selling off, or giant, unusual withdrawals from the liquidity pool that trace right back to the developer's own wallets. These are classic textbook signs that the people in charge are getting ready to cash out and disappear.
And here's the third layer of protection. And this one is really cool. AI can go beyond just the technical stuff and analyze the human element. It sifts through social media chatter, community forums, and developer activity to get a vibe for whether a project is legit or just a bunch of smoke and mirrors.
You know that feeling when you ask a tough question in a project's Discord and your comment just vanishes? AI can detect that kind of censorship. It can see if the developers suddenly stopped working on the code over on GitHub. It can even spot if they're using thousands of bots to create fake hype and excitement. A human could never track all of that, but an AI can.
Look, AI is an absolutely incredible ally, a true game changer. But it's not a magic button that replaces your own brain. The real power move is to combine AI's speed and depth with your own critical thinking. What we call DYOR, do your own research. These are the non-negotiables. Before you even think about investing, you have to ask, is the team public with real names and faces, or are they hiding behind anonymous profiles? Has a trusted, reputable firm actually audited their code? And is the liquidity locked up so the devs can't just run away with it? If the answer to any of these is no, it's a huge red flag.
That manual checklist is crucial, but let's be honest, it takes a lot of time, and it's still so easy to miss something subtle. But what if you could supercharge that whole process? What if you could take all that AI power we've just talked about and use it to go deeper and do it almost instantly?
Well, this isn't some fantasy. This is where it all comes together. There are tools out there right now that let you do exactly this. For instance, over at AICryptoRisk.com, there's a tool where you could just paste in any token's contract address and it'll run a scan for hundreds of red flags in seconds. It's the perfect way to combine that powerful AI analysis with your own final judgment call.
But, just using a tool for one-off checks isn't the end goal. The real win is to master this stuff yourself, to really level up your own security game so that spotting scams becomes second nature to you. For way too long, learning about crypto security has been a total drag. It's dense, it's boring, it's overwhelming. The whole approach has to change. The goal should be to make learning this vital skill engaging, rewarding, and, something you can actually finish.
And one of the new ways to do this is a really cool concept called Scam Shooter. It's a totally different approach to learning how to protect your money in the wild west of crypto.
So what is it? Well, instead of some boring PDF or a 3-hour video course you'll never finish, imagine a gamified engine that makes learning a fun daily habit, a step-by-step path that basically holds your hand and gives you the real-world skills to spot scams with confidence before they get a chance to hurt you.
Here's the bottom line. You don't have to be a victim in this space. It's time to stop making those costly mistakes. You can start playing, start defending, and actually build the skills to protect yourself. To check out the AI tool and learn how to become a certified risk scout, just head on over to AICryptoRisk.com and get started.